Welcome to the Talkin Trash Addiction Recovery Podcast. We suffered in silence. Now we recover out loud.
Good evening. Welcome to the Channel 4 6 o'clock news at 11. I'm your anchor, Roland Inpoo, coming to you live from the Lake Titicaca, Waffle House and Leper Colony. Today's top story we are following. A man was rushed to the ER after a bet involving Pop Rocks, a Coca-Cola filled turkey baster, and his anus. That goes terribly wrong. Film at 11. Good evening, Talkin Trashers! Welcome to episode 226. We got Dustin B in the house. And now to the Ayatollah of rock and roller, Jimmy Snyder.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Talkin Trash, episode number 226. My cat's got my windscreen, so I may be a little extra heavy breather tonight. Let's see what's going on with us.
Oh, my.
Hey, we are hanging on for dear life. Sobriety is it's a lifelong journey, and we're all in this thing together. So, hi, Bethany Basler, Badler, BB.
Good evening.
Let's see. We're gonna start doing. I guess we're gonna start doing impromptu shows. Probably, if we do 2 a month, I think that'd be a lot. But we're gonna have it so it's okay if we want to come on and do a pod, we do it. So. We're good. We're seasoned enough to do that. It's just a way to know that we can say what we need to say if we got to say it. So let's do our preamble and then meet the team.
Recover out loud.
This is our humble broadcast, where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We don't do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the word that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show, as living examples, that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That's the 9th step promise. It's our creed we abide by here on Talkin Trash. We feel called to uphold AA and NA principles. We firmly believe that you can only keep what you have by giving it away. Please join us in a moment of silence, followed by the Serenity Prayer.
God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
All right, let's go around, meet the team.
Hey. Hello.
Talking the trash. Oh, I don't know.
I know.
Such vim and vigor and enthusiasm.
The Talkin Trash team, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are a team of 6 these days. First on deck, we have Bradley Mansfield. Bradley, he's in and out tonight. He's doing his thing. He's working. He's a great addition to the show. He's coming up on 4 years clean and sober, and he's a great advocate for recovery. And his sister Jenny, their family, and Sherry. We love you guys.
Yes.
Jimmy Leibel. Jimmy is our director of community relations. He books all the guests. He does all the work. It's a lot of work what he does. Yep. Charges sound effects. Yep. And Jimmy, he does a lot of. He's what I call an unsung hero. You know what I mean? Like he's doing it in the background. He's there and rocking and rolling. Willie D, the place to be. Speaking of heroes, this effing guy is my hero. Will is
amazing.
he's
He's
coming
like
up on
marathon.
3 years sober after the summer, and we're very excited about that. We're very proud of him for doing that. I run this show. I'm 44, 43. I run this bitch. I have I have 2 children. I am recovering out loud. I'm 3 years clean and sober, and I'm very proud of that. And that's it. We're not gonna do the extended team tonight. We're just gonna get into it and see how the guys are doing.
Did you get what I said? The free year,
I heard something like that. What am I missing?
3 and free. You know, like, hey,
Free and free.
3, you're free.
3 and 3. I got you.
Hey, I don't know.
I can't put you guys on the screen. Anyway, here we are. The music got to stop. It's just all got to stop. Hi, everybody. How are you?
Absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely. You look marvelous, William. Marvelous.
Thank you. Nice, hot and sweaty. Yes.
Ooh. Oh, my.
So we got a guy backstage. We'll be bringing in. He's 6 years clean and sober. He is from
8.
Brad's area.
8.
What is it? 6.
8.
All right, we'll say 7. He's 7 years clean and sober. Very proud of him.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Just
6 people.
He's just an. Oh, you're right. Yes, and I didn't do the extended intro because I couldn't find it. We also have Larry and Liz. They're part of the squadron these days, so that's fun too. So all right, let's go around and let's start. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start this little show with a little something called audience inspiration. Very exciting. Tonight's inspiration comes from Brian DeSantis, one of our super fans in New Jersey. He's a good dude. All right, so he puts your life can look. Actually, he requested that Brad read it. So Brad is not here. I'll read it. Your life can look completely different a year from now because of one decision: refusing to give up today. Keep showing up. Better days are built one day at a time. He shared this with me earlier, and I call him gay or something, but like in this situation, I know what he's going through. I know why he sent that text, and I'm proud of him. He asked for Brad to do the read. He said, "Anyone but Big Willie. He sounds like he has it in his mouth all the time."
Oh my God! Hey! Place to be.
He wishes. Our super fan Brian sent this. He's going through a messy divorce. He says IBS and hemorrhoids, but he's a good dude. We love him. Brian DeSantis, and I can't forget Ox DeVargo. Our boys. We have people who like us. I like us.
Until the meds wear off, yeah.
You guys are awfully.
Yeah, right.
You guys are awfully.
It's like, I like it.
Awfully talkative tonight. All right, let's do our deal.
Daily Reflections is an AA-driven enterprise of some sort. It's not ours, but we like you long time. Let's read Daily Reflapjacks here on the Talkin Trash Pod Flaps.
Go. All right, kids. Okay, for July the 26th, the Daily Flapjack is the worst of sobriety. Every AA group ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. The old 12 and 12, page 160. When I go shopping, I look at the prices, and if I need what I see, I buy it and pay. Now that I'm supposed to be in rehabilitation, I have to straighten out my life. When I go to a meeting, I take a coffee with sugar and milk. Oh my. Sometimes more than one. Pig. But the collection time, I am either too busy to take money out of my purse and not have enough, but I am there because I need this meeting. I heard someone suggest dropping the price of beer into the basket, and I thought, that's too much. Yeah, no kidding. I almost never give it $1. Like most others, I rely on the more generous members to finance the fellowship. I forget it takes money to rent the room. Buy my milk and sugar and cups. I will pay without hesitation. 90 cents for a cup of coffee. Really? At a restaurant after the meeting. Obviously the Waffle House. I always have money for that. So how much is my sobriety? and my inner peace worth. Discuss, kids.
There you have it. The worth of sobriety. It sounds preachy at first. It sounds like you're asking for money, but like it's
Thank
true.
you.
Everything does require money, and I don't like money. I don't understand it. I'm not good at it. So I don't know, Jimmy. What does this make you think of when you read it?
Okay. Well, like it's like it says, hey, what have you spent on your addiction? Put it in the thing. Well, I'm not putting $50 a day because that's what I was actually 56 on a 66. But I get it. But hey, you can't be a Visa with a hug, and to rent the room at the bottom of the church and all that, and the crappy coffee and the powdered creamer and all the crappy shit, the styrofoam cups. It costs money, so just give back. And I used to be part of the finance for the Roundup, and I see firsthand, like, okay, they only get like maybe $20, and then they got to still give to Intergroup and all that. Like, hey, you can't be a Visa with a hug, right?
True. That's the third time you said that already. I don't.
Today,
Jimmy, you have a nice purse. I didn't. The reading said something about your purse. The reading.
My voice.
Anybody getting that? No, nothing.
My
Didn't
basket.
you read? I am too busy to take money out of my purse.
My purse.
Yeah.
Well,
So
would have been my
there's
merce.
your purse.
There's my merce.
There's
my
your merce.
That's
There
nice.
you are.
What? I got no
kind of
pants.
set you up to see what's up. Anyway,
You can buy it on the shop.
jokes are failing everywhere. Hey, Mark.
Oh,
Condon.
don't
Mark
worry.
Condon will
Condon.
be in on Wednesday.
Yes.
Bethany said, I watch on my TV and interact on the Book of Faces. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a doable
She
thing.
is multitasker.
Well, we do a pretty cool visual thing for a podcast. So we have several sober livings that do the exact same thing. They'll put it on their main TV, and the guys will sit around after their house meeting. This show can be as much or as little as you want it to be. You can send me a text at 7:00, and I'll put it on the screen. That's how it kind of goes. I just kind of roll with it. But like people like Bethany, like they know what's going on. They know it's available. And we offer a full show over an hour, video production, audio production, usually failing at all of that, but we try. And, we do the best we can. Hey, Tanya Bella. Oh,
Hello.
I was watching her episode the other day. She was inspiring, to be honest with you. I loved her.
And how she made it, like with all the technical issues, she just kept going. Right?
I know.
Didn't phase her. And plus, she makes really good cookies, apparently, too. So I want some of those cookies. Nom, 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 nom.
Yep. I don't see Brian DeSantis anywhere.
Yeah.
Just did this whole thing for you, Brian, and you don't show up. Idiot.
Bastard.
Willie, are they picking on you? We're not picking on Will.
No, they're just jealous.
Will.
Jenny, can you answer Chuck, please, for me?
Do Canadians use currency?
I thought you said, do Canadians use toilet paper?
Converted to the seventh tradition. No.
It was a joke. That's all.
I've been to meetings where I took Caden to one, and I took a bunch of rolled dimes, like $10 worth of dimes. I gave him a roll. I took a roll. We just threw it in the basket, and I said, "It's currency, man. Use it."
How inconsiderate that is.
It was rolled, man. It was totally rolled.
Yeah, I've been the treasurer guy. When you put the money in the thing, it's just a slot. So somebody's got to open those coins, put every goddamn one into the thing, because we only accept bills and single coins, not rolls of coins. God damn it.
Sorry. Put them in a slot. Smack somebody.
Dustin is not going to be happy with you. Brad, he's got something going on. Of course you do, Brad.
He's laying pipe.
Laying pipe. Will, what does this mean to you? The worth of sobriety. What's the worth of your sobriety?
Life.
Interesting. I mean, do you have a new perspective on
sobriety? Well, I mean, that depends. Wait, what?
Do you have a new perspective on sobriety these days?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know what? You progress every day, every year, and the more. I mean, the longer you. Are you playing music? Are you?
Yes, I am. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, it's a show. It's a show. We're trying to do a segment, but you're
like, when you win the award and then start playing the music to get you off the stage.
No, that's not how this works. You've done 190 shows with me, Will, and that's not even fucking. That's not even an exaggeration. Anyway,
I'm hot. I'm tired. Whatever.
You is hot. You're shot. All right. So what else we got going on? Let me just pump the brakes.
But yeah, it means life. It means living.
Life, right?
Life.
I think there's a Will that didn't say that before. Didn't have that view. The guy I met didn't have that view. You know what I mean? So it's very cool.
I'm a new person every day.
To see you come around, Willie D, and the
Oh,
place
I'll
to
always
be.
come around.
Oh my God! So let me see here. What else do we have? Something else. I didn't shower before the show. I was way
good.
out tonight.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
I'm not in sync today, and that's okay. We'll do our thing. On Wednesday, we had Larry on. He was very good as usual. It was a kind of a funny episode. Out of here, John C. Riley. Where we there was a lot of technical problems. Larry couldn't hear me, a lot of stuff. So the edited version is good online. But he addressed shame and guilt by Will, and we'll look at that now. What's the difference between guilt and shame?
The difference between guilt and shame. Guilt is you've done something wrong. Shame is you are what's wrong.
Right.
Shame is the only emotion that will allow you to take your own life as a result of what's going on.
Right.
If you're guilty, you'll just be embarrassed. Shame is intergenerational. It's taught to whole families. Like my mom's side of the family. 3 generations of shame-based, and they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And it's just how they were raised. It's how it was. And until we learn that, shame is the number one offender when it comes to relapse. Yep. Because something happens and we do something wrong and we become ashamed of who we are and what we've done, and we start dealing with it in that way. The first thing we say is, I'm not worth it anyway. Who would give a fat rat's ass if I did it?
Right.
And away you go.
We are deadly. Shame and guilt. Tanya said shame and guilt are huge issues still for her. She's still working on it. Multiple years. And we don't, as addicts, we adopt the mindset that we're bad. And that's why we're like this. And that's wrong. And all right, so this guy we have backstage, he is very cool. I can tell already. He's a kind of a classic AA guy, just respectful, just a respectful dude. He sells space shuttles, and he's a volunteer firefighter. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our guest, Dustin D. Hey, Justin, how are you?
Dustin, but close enough. So close, man.
Just like 8 and 6 years.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? I'm just Bustin' D. Justin D. Oh, we have fun around here. I'm sorry. I actually asked Brad last night. I'm like, would you be cool if I fucked with him? And Brad was like, yeah, he'll be all right.
I'll be 8 on the 29th. Will be my 8 years.
Of July?
Yes.
In 3 days.
On. Yeah, the 3 days.
I love that you're here for that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's get to know you a little bit.
Sure.
How old are you? Are you married? What do you do for a living? Just the basics, and we'll get going.
The basics. So 41 years old, engaged. Got engaged last year, actually, to a beautiful woman named Brooke. Hi, Brooke. Sure, she'll watch this after. She's
watching.
Family.
Sure, she's watching.
Yeah, and I sell vehicles. I've been here too. So that's what I do. Yeah, farm boy, rigger, all those things through my past life. Yep. And now sales and sobriety.
Let's try this. What do you do for fun, Justin? I called you Justin. Dustin. That one was.
See, my grandma actually used to call me Justin because I have an uncle Justin. So yeah, that's good. That's what I thought of the Justin. For fun, man, just lake life. I live at a beautiful resort, White Bear, in Saskatchewan. Go on the paddleboard today. I was ripping kids on the Sea-Doo, sending them flying on the tube, just sitting on the beach. I went for a round of golf with Brad. I don't know if you consider that fun, but I do it. You guys know how that is.
Yeah, we do.
Fun. Honestly, just man, everything in sobriety seems a little bit of fun most of the time. If you watch UFC, do all the fun things just without the hangover the next day.
Attaboy. And you remember what you did the night before. So
yeah, for the most part.
You know, you're like our age, our demographic. You know, a lot of us. I'm 44, and you know, I burnt my life to the ground, and I shouldn't have survived it. And the fact that I did is the reason I do this. For you, what you go to meetings, you're pretty religious about that. Not religious. I mean, can you explain that part of your recovery to us?
Yeah, like my bottom, I guess. Do you want to hear about? So,
absolutely. Go ahead. I'm going to give you the floor. It's your show. Tell us your story.
So, I went to a treatment center. It was called Leipzig at the time I went, and now we're talking Jim, I believe Prairie Sky Recovery now. So, I went there in December 6th of 2016. Got a great kind of head start on things, and then my sobriety date, like I said, is July 29th of 2018. So you can figure out rehab, a little bit of time in between.
Gotcha.
So a lot of relapse. And I can say one thing, I went to meetings a lot. I went to meetings, I was kind of trying to be sober. I didn't just go full off and just run away for that year and a half.
Right.
I really wanted to be sober, and I just couldn't quite keep it going. My last would have been, like I said, it would have been about 7 years and a bit ago. And the last one was kind of that one, the one where, I embarrassed myself in front of people.
Let's dig into that. What did you do?
Yeah. I went, fun time. Went to a party, got jealous of just life, and just tried fighting a bunch of people, and just classic drunk and coked out behavior.
Love it.
I kind of thought that.
Right, so it was kind of my forte. It's like, Dustin's a good guy. He drinks and then he turns into a complete asshole. And then that next morning, I just remember it was like I couldn't beat the disease. I've tried for a year and a half. I can't do it. I put in whatever I had, and I just had that I'm just going to end it. I had that suicidal, it's over for me. And then became that real tricky part of I don't want anyone knowing I took my own life. So I'd be, you know how you're sick minds.
Yeah.
You plan it.
I do.
I'm gonna hit a tree or something,
Crazy,
and then
right?
and be and drunk, and I'll be like a savior, like people like, oh, Dustin drink and drove,
right?
You can get sobriety. Very moral code of what I was gonna do.
Yep. This dude is speaking my language.
And I was sitting at a lake, and I'm not religious, but I am spiritual, and I had a girl come up to me that I know a little bit, but not much. Great friend. Hi, Tracy. She just stood from a ways away and just said hey, Dustin, is everything okay? And for some reason that clicked to me, maybe I should try this once more. And then from there I got it was my last time. I drove home careful. I texted my sponsor and my good buddy Garth, who I owe all my sobriety to if they're watching. Love those guys. And
you cut out. What were their names? I'd like to recognize them.
Tyler and Garth. Who I owe everything to. I can't thank them enough, and still a huge part of my life, both in sobriety and just every day. And then I just started working, doing the step groups, kind of giving myself more to the AA program. Like we talked about before, I'd probably be more like the NA. I always say this. It's weird. I would have been that small town I grew up in, old drunk sitting at the bar, 60, 70 years old, just drinking. But thank God I found Coke, because it just sped everything up quick. I burnt that.
Agreed.
Burnt her down. So I get to enjoy my 40s as sober, which I would have just been an angry drunk for I don't know how many more years. So,
Geez, a beauty. Okay, yeah.
Maybe I should have tried Coke.
Jimmy, there's still time, buddy. There's still time. We'll figure out.
It's okay.
So yeah, then it just became so great. I just kind of hit all those things that I was missing. As nice groups. Somebody took me through the steps and kind of showed me, and then I did some step groups. And like you guys always say, I love how you guys say your thing. The only way we can keep this is by giving it away, which I believe wholeheartedly. And that's why I'm so glad you guys are doing it. Which also, I just want to say this quick. I knew the guy who's missing, Brad. I don't think he'll mind me saying this, of what it used to be like. I met him when what happened. I know him now, and I'm very proud of what he's doing. It's the reason I'm on this podcast. I'm not
you know both Brads.
I know all three Brads. Yeah.
Brads. Wow.
Yeah.
Like so what?
Brad,
Pre-addict, addict, and post.
Brad was right here when he said, "I'm getting help," and came and talked. I feel like I was one of his first people. Very happy. He felt to reach out to me, and And how cool is it? I watch how passionate he is about your guys' podcast. So I just want to say a huge shout out to this and you guys. So
thank you. We self-deprecate a lot to try to keep ourselves in our own lane. You know what I mean? Not tell people what to do, tell them what we did. But it gets to a point where people want to know about you and what worked for you and what didn't. And if I were to tell you my story, it wouldn't look anything like yours. But the common factor is we got to a rock bottom that led us to a recovery platform. And you're man, go on, dude. I mean, AA, that was beautiful for me early on. And I separated from that just because of anonymity, probably kind of how you look at it. I felt like I was two-facing it a little bit, going to AA and doing this. So I choose to sacrifice my anonymity. AA doesn't. I mean, whatever. Everybody does their own thing. But I was busting your balls because we had your last name first, and Brad's like, "You got to change it." I was like, "Brad, you got to ask people first." And he's like, "I did ask him. He changed his mind, so that's fine." But we respect all that stuff. You know what I mean? We're not looking to do what, like Jimmy said earlier, pregame, turn somebody off. That's the most dangerous fucking thing we can do, is turn somebody off from this.
Yeah, it's a one of the things that honestly to do the podcast, it wasn't. So the reason I wanted to do it is because I was like, Brad, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of how far you've come. If I can support you in any way, I want to. I talked to my sponsor about it. I said, hey, we're to read a pamphlet about speaking in public today. That's why we switched the last name. It was one of the first things they said. So I said,
absolutely,
okay, out of that. So I don't speak for AA.
I know you don't.
That's one of my scares is that I might say something and people are like, he's kind of an asshole. I don't want to go to AA, all that stuff.
Right. It's a fine line.
What worked for me was a program that gave me a daily way of living my life, which I'm not perfect, but I know how to, if I start my way and end it a certain way, which taught me. And I have the greatest home group that you could ever ask for. So
that's awesome, and it's tough.
Lucky.
It's tough to. I mean, it's like restaurants. You go to different ones; they're all different. They all have their group conscience, but they're all different. And you gotta. We tell everybody if you early in recovery, it's not a perfect system. You get out of rehab, you go to sober living, whatever that is. Nothing's going to be perfect. But we tell them, go to the rooms. It's not about AA. It's about the people going there and why they're going there, and you'll identify.
I'll share a quick story about it would have been 2021, I believe. I decided to go on early in my sobriety, decided to go. I just need to get a trip. Manager said hey, take some time off. I ended up going to Alberta by myself, and I got there and I felt this unease and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I could check this little app on my phone, check a meeting guide. I can go meet I can go meet people like us. Go sit down, start my thing off, and then every night I'd go there. I'm like, how cool is anywhere in the world I go, I can find like-minded people to just make me feel comfortable. I don't know about you guys, but you guys do the kind of the preamble in that before. There's just something about that puts a guy at peace. Like, I don't even FaceTime people, so me being on here is like,
I know. All of us are the same way. We're all the same way. We don't know what we're doing, but that kind of makes it easy to come on and the point of this show is to make people in recovery rock stars. You know what I mean? Make it look fun. Make it look like something appetizing that they might want early in recovery. And
exactly.
It's so
like
dangerous.
You said about the rock bottom, so you cut you off the rock bottom. I like this line. I don't know if it's where I heard this, but it's like, how do you know if you've hit rock bottom? And then it's just the one person who said, stop digging.
Yep.
Like, just let's just stop down. Let's just start working about going up. So yeah.
I tell everybody, I say, write my number on your rock bottom wall. I say, because when you're down, I'm the guy you're going to call me, and I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in active addiction and you hear somebody preaching at you about sobriety, it goes in one ear and out the other. There is a person in active addiction that does want to hear our message and wants to hear the long-term message. What would you have to say to people like that?
To hit, so one of the reasons that I decided to go was first was somebody shared on Facebook, and I was like thinking, I'm like, I drank with that guy and partied with that guy a lot, and I surround myself with I think we all do. We find those people that are similar. And I'm not as bad as Joe, and I'm not as bad as right. We find those people that find ourselves better than. And our minds play a lot of tricks on us, I find, like we convince ourselves it's not as bad as it was. Like,
Jimmy, what does our addiction speak to us in?
Our own damn voice.
Right? It's tricky.
It's not the truth. Like, you'll go out for 6 beer and have wings, and then, you shut it down that one occasional time. You're like, you know what? I just had 6 beers at supper. I don't think of the time I flipped my truck, lost my license, blew a job off. That was the more common thing, right? So, my message with the getting sober and stuff is, for me, it's honestly it's finding a program by like-minded people, finding somebody who's done it to bounce ideas off. Like I said, I would have nothing without a group that I like. I struggled to the higher power to the fullest degree. If everyone looks at me and thinks like AA and 12 steps came easy, it did not. But just being able to call someone, I did I don't know if you guys did this, but I did like when you go to the health doctor, like addiction specialists, counselors and stuff.
Like a therapist,
addiction counselor, right? And it's free, and they'd give me my time, and I went once. I filled out all these forms, and then I went back like 2 weeks later. I'm like, I haven't heard anyone. Oh, she went on mat leave. So I filled out all the forms out again. This girl quit. And then I went to AA, and I'm just like, this guy's like, call me anytime you need me.
Right?
Call me anytime. Yeah. And it's like, how cool is that I can just, there's Tyler, like I mentioned Tyler before. Tyler would spend hours on the phone while he had his wife now just sitting in the background, just so I could like vent my stuff and just listen. And like, you just can't ask for anything better than that, to have somebody who's been through what you've been through and just say, when I was there, this is what I did. Or I know you guys are saying like you don't do meetings. That's totally fine. But when I don't go to meetings, someone will call me and say, where the hell were you? What's going on? And when my sponsor always tells me it's a disease of opposites. Do something, maybe I shouldn't. When I think I shouldn't, maybe I should. So just watch all that stuff, right? And like, and so everyone always thinks it's like it's going to come easy. I quit the group I just said is the greatest group ever. I've quit that group twice. They talk too long. They do this. They do this. Fuck them. So I'm like, I'm quitting. I'm going to a different one. Do you know what I found out? Turns out it was me. Like it's my shit.
Go figure.
Shocker.
We just put it on everyone else.
Right? Like, what? It's me? I can't be me.
Yeah, exactly. So like everyone always, I've shared at a Christmas party one time, and I'm like, when I always heard people, and then I was 2 years sober, and now life's great. And I remember being like 3 years, 4 years, still to this day, I'm still a dick. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So it's like, I like to be able to share that I have 7 years sober, and sometimes I have to apologize to that beautiful fiance that I have. Hey, sorry, I had a little bit of alcoholism show up there, or addiction, and you know, restlessness, irritable, all that
Irritable,
shit, right?
discontent, all that shit.
Oh
Yep.
my God, right? So it's like, and then,
Dude, I know.
how do I fix that? Like, that's what I have to work on now. Like, I don't think I've had the urge. People always ask me, and I'm sure you guys get asked, like, do you get the urge to? At that year 3, I would have that, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it'd be like, you know how you could just, we can't flip our emotions anymore.
Yeah,
Like, I actually have to
do.
deal with that
Yeah.
shit.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And that's the
I
thing.
just
It's
dealt
like,
with
so
that.
when I used to feel like shit, I would do this and
Right.
this line, this drink, and I would feel better. And then next day I'm going to feel way worse, but it helped in that moment. So once you get through that first, like, bad moment, that resentment, that fear, whatever it is, the next time it just comes so easy, doesn't it? Like,
Right.
it's like, I went through this last time, this time, I call the
Dustin,
person, I do the thing.
You're talking about what we do. It's a linear process. Like what we are at 1 year is nothing like 3 years, and so on. And everybody attests to that. And what you're talking about, like I said, linear. It is a disease of striking when the iron's hot. When somebody is in their rock bottom, that's when they need that instant help, that instant phone call. And when they get that, it gets them going on the right path. But like, fuck, man, it's like you said, that the system is not like you're 2 weeks. You've been lost in their medical system. You've relapsed already. 10 people already had one. So like we've all experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly of recovery. We're all at a certain point where like have perspective through the perseverance we've been through, and we're able to share that. But the reason this is so important is because it will hit somebody and stay with them in their head when they're in the worst moment of their life. And this is we're bad at podcasting. We're not great at talking with each other. We have a million flaws, but what we do right is recovery. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. The only success is measured in how you feel. How do you feel today? I feel great. I'm 4 years sober. I feel fucking totally different than 2 years. I got to tell people, just hang on, because somebody told me just hang on. And what you're doing is, I know you know we had to kind of twist your arm to come on here a little bit. I get that, dude. You're a good dude. If you're like us, like we're respectful of everything for the most part, and like we just want everybody to. We've seen enough pain to where we don't want to experience anymore or cause any more of it, you know?
Yeah,
and
we've
all hit our saturation point, our fill, and like we all come at it from different angles. But what you do, what you're explaining, your meetings, your group, your support system, that can be anything. That can be talking trash. That can be your whatever it is. Find those people you can be honest with, and when they ask you how you doing today and you say I'm fine, they're like, you're not fucking fine, there's something seriously wrong with you, and you get it out there and you get it fixed. Iron sharpens iron. So find like-minded people. What we're finding in this recovery landscape is that we're all kind of we're all different, but we all share the same thing. It's this blessing that comes from recovery. Now, I didn't realize it at 8 months. I didn't realize it at a year and a half. I didn't realize it at 2 years. In the last 6 months or so, I've just started to enjoy my life. And like, you know, how do we define a good life, right? I never let myself. We always holding myself accountable, keep my hopes low. But like, I've had it all, and I was so fucking broken. And it's amazing. It took all this shit for me to become me today. But like, we're not doing a podcast if we're not addicts. There's nothing interesting about us if we haven't fought addiction and continue the fight. So like, we're no longer ashamed. And I think you probably feel the same way, but I'll let you tell us how you feel.
Yeah, like you know what the coolest thing? So I was like I said, 18, I was sober, so I went through COVID sober, and when that was happening, you know, there's a lot of fear in the world, like people that weren't addicts and stuff, like a lot of fear, money, financial, all that stuff, right?
That was a crazy time.
And me and my buddy just were talking, and I was like, "Are you worried about it?" He's like, "Man, I've lost," and he's been to treatment twice. I've relapsed, and we just like, I've lost everything. I've lost, my moral standing. I was broke as could be. I had nothing left. Nothing. Like, so to have that, like you said, to be an addict and be able to do stuff, it's like if you can conquer addiction, it's like things are pretty, like everything else in your way is just
Right.
It's just part of who you are. It sharpens you, and it's like, yeah, okay, so the world's shutting down. Okay, well, I locked myself in my room for 7 days.
Absolutely.
And peeked out the blinds till my back and twitched my back all day. Like this little whatever, like being stuck in my house. Like I got the lockdown, right, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I got locked in, and they in Canada they called me and they said like, and so you've been isolated for 10 days now. Are you okay? I'm like, I'm in a resort right now, laying on my deck. I was like, I isolated myself in a hotel in Alberta for 2 weeks before. Don't you worry about me. I'm
good.
I'm good.
I got this thing. Yep, this I do.
Yeah, exactly.
COVID was almost like the entire world went into withdrawal. Like everybody was crazy.
Yeah.
We all lived through that, and I was actually sober.
But
through
not
most of
everybody
COVID.
subscribed to it.
Agree, right? So like that's the thing. We don't want to fucking pay for shit we don't subscribe
Just
to.
saying.
All right, exactly.
Yeah.
So like when the only thing open
So-
were liquor stores, I felt a little bit better about drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get me going.
Quite the time,
just-
right? So
Right? Like it was nuts. Like
yeah.
I know people that really COVID is their recovery story. Manny Vitale, right, Jimmy? Like, dude,
That's
he
right.
was like we know people
it was like 2 days after it was
COVID
the
played
whole world. Yeah, boom, and he
played
couldn't
a
go
role.
to nothing, and it was like, what do I do?
Yep.
Oh,
hard to get into treatment.
yeah.
Really tough. It was rough back then. So those of us
Yeah,
that went
for
through it have our story.
Exactly. Yeah. So like when you're dealing like with people that are addiction, like my thing, and I think what Brad really wanted me to share was he's like just that relapse. Like, yeah, if you're trying to get whatever, get into it. If you're trying to get sober the first time, good for you. Like I had talked about going to went to my parents one time the first time. I told them like I have an addiction. I have and I felt so good after that there's that first time.
Yep.
And they're just like, okay, so what do we do? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just, and then I didn't do anything to follow up with it. And then I just 3 days later, I'm like, I feel good. I'm like, I think I'll just drink again.
Yeah, I'm good. Yep.
Yeah,
I
just
got
drink.
this. Yep.
And then it
Mark-
snowballed. Like we could all figure out how it went, right?
Yeah. Mark's going through some stuff, so we need to support him as a team. Yeah, dude, like everybody comes to this thing with different angles. We all have our own. We're all products of our environment. We all have our own creed, our own thing, our own way we do things. But the tolerance in recovery. So, like when I first got into recovery, I'll be honest, and me and Brad were just talking about this. I would take joy out of other people's suffering. Because holy shit, they're worse than I am. I never thought I'd hear that, but I went to the rooms anyway, and I heard things, and my motives were wrong. And like I was like, oh, I'm glad they relapsed. He's a dick. You know what I mean? Like I'd never say that today, but that's how I was at a year and a half. And if I'm not honest about that, I can't address it and be better. And I, if you're being honest with yourself, you think back to day 44 or whatever, you don't know what emotions or what. For me, it made me feel like the suicide thing. It made me feel like, I have an out. You know what I mean? I can go if I need to go. I'm in charge of that. And I lived on this false pretense, and we do that as addicts. And to get to, I'm just talking like Larry said last episode. What's interesting about him is he tells his story, and other than that, there's not much interesting about us. We are the sum of what we've done, but we're not what we've done. We're who we are, and finding that out is very profound, and it's very meaningful, and it gives life meaning and all that shit meaning. The closest spiritual experience I ever had was tripping on acid. You know what I mean? Like that's where I was at. Like I thought I could see sound and hear light. Like that was, but like this is totally different. It's not artificial. And I can tell with you that you're like us. You're one of us regardless. We come on here and we do this thing. We make graphics and bells and whistles and shit. That's just to get people's attention. You know, once we get them in, like we're dead serious about this shit. You know, I've died in front of my father, and you know, it sucks. That's a shitty way to treat people.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like if you get people like, and I always say this, it's just like if you can get somebody to experience.
Oh, I apologize.
Those people like, that's okay. People like maybe go to a meeting and then they relapse. It's like that shame of going back and stuff. But it's like once you get a taste, good sobriety. I'm not talking like, you know, I was laying on the couch for 3 days and couldn't do any more coke, so I got sober. I'm talking like enjoyed a little bit of life. You showed up to that family thing that you didn't show up to. You showed up for a friend in a way, like those meaningful things when you were a selfless person and you did something. You'd get that, and you know what's going to happen? That drunk's going to feel good for like 10 minutes, and then you're going to feel just shitty shame.
Yep. And it's so freeing to get to that point because you relinquish the drugs' power over you. You say no, and it's a choice. A lot of people get sober. It's not a choice. It just happens. But that's okay too. Whatever gets you to the ballpark, up to the plate.
Yeah, it's so like such a cool thing. Like I just, you know, showing up to Christmases, showing up to family events, showing up to like, I wasn't reliable. None of us were. I don't feel right. I couldn't be trusted. Like.
At all.
Hey, we're going to be having this family dinner Sunday, and it's like, shit.
Sunday? That's 10 years away from me.
No.
Yeah, so to be able to get back to that, to being trusting in that, like I got my fiance's family comes down to visit us, and like, I feel like that's enough to just
those little things.
Breakfast and do it. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
And you can't know it until you experience it. And some of it we tell people all the time.
That's what I say.
Right, Will? I know you do. We tell people if you're white knuckling it, that's okay. And for me, white knuckling it was a rite of passage. You know what I mean? It's like it was part of my process, my linear A to B process.
Yeah. I was so excited, like you know, like the other things, like doing this. Probably for me, I would say, being completely honest with you guys, that 3 years or 4 years sobriety, I would have been doing this for me. Like I'm going to feel good. People are going to like me. Same thing with like when I was a month sober and I was watching people get that 1 year chip. I was like, I can't wait for me to get up and give my speech about how hard I worked. This and that, and all
me.
And then you get that good sobriety and you get that 1 year chip, and you're like, thanks to the group, thanks to everyone for helping me out. Like, that's so cool. It's a shift in yourself, right? A spiritual, probably what I call a spiritual higher power shift for myself. That I stopped being like Dustin first,
right?
And trust me, we still gets in the way. Dustin still gets in the way of himself. Don't you worry.
I bet he does. Like we just want people to. We like it's a challenge doing a show like this because. There's so many emotions tied into it. And just like you said, I'm sure that there was a Tim a year where like I was so proud to see myself on the screen. And boy, my beard looked good. That's all that really mattered for a little bit. But I went through things and I learned things.
And then he shaved his head.
I did. I went totally bald. And like we all went through things and we're all a product of those experiences. And I'm a product of right now of giving back and the joy that comes from that. And like, that I just want to share. So how do I do it? In the most ridiculous way I can possibly think of. But like that doesn't mean that there isn't a place for all of it, and because there is, you know, it's just about finding your people. And Dustin, you're one of our people. When we have them all, we have all kinds, dude. Like I would rock with you if we were just sober friends, 15 years old. We'd be cool. You know what I mean? And you find that in recovery. It's such a beautiful thing, but you can't find it unless you look for it. And like we're here together to try and do that together.
Yeah. Two things with for my sobriety and a lot of people I feel fine even if they don't know us to go through it. Like for me, it's humility and ego deflation. There's so many things that happen to me where I'm like, why is this happening to me? It's so bad. And my sponsor would say, "Oh, this is so good for you. I'm so happy for this happening."
Right.
And I'm like, "Fuck you." And then
Jimmy,
it felt like
Oh, yeah.
The hockey, the Canadian in me. It felt like I was being jerseyed and
Attaboy.
uppercutted by life.
Dropping the gloves.
And
Yep.
he was just like cheering on. He's like, "This is good for you," and I'm like, "Why is it good?" And then you know what I'd find out? Like that ego got out of my way, and I became a better person in some way, or
Yep.
what I should be. And I'm like, he was right, you know.
Yeah.
And I find that with Wadash, we're such cocky, arrogant people. We're also brilliant with a lot of great qualities about us. But when we get that ego out of our way, we just become better people. And and I noticed that in all you guys. I've watched a lot of your podcasts, so.
Thank you, Dustin, and that means a lot.
Yeah.
Chat GPT said the nicest thing to me the other day, and it just kind of. And I was thinking about that. I put it on Facebook, and then I thought about like, what would Chat GPT say about me 4 years ago if I was using Chat GPT 4 years ago? It'd be like, dude, there's something fucking seriously wrong with you. Do we call the cops or what? Are you going to be okay? Like, I'm googling how to kill yourself, all that crazy shit. So like, here, Chat GPT says to me, based on what I've given it over the last 8 months or whatever, and it was just it's like, listen, dude, you're your own worst enemy. It was like the best therapy thing I've ever experienced, and it was because it was true. It was because it was based on everything that I've been using it for, and I was using it for recovery and helping people and all this stuff, and it saw that. So when it gave me a description of me, it wasn't stop Googling pill, shapes and sizes. Now you're it was real feedback, and it like meant something to me, like more than anything I've heard in a long time. So like,
now China knows everything about you.
Exactly. So now I translate that into recovery, and it's just it transcends all, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful for this, because like I there's plenty of people who live life who are miserable, sober. And like, I don't want to be that either. I want to laugh. I want to have fun. But I also want to be realistic, treat what's actually going on, treat the problem instead of the symptom. So, I'm so proud of you as a person. I don't know how tall you are. I don't know what you smell like, but through this medium,
Probably better than you.
It smells like
shower.
leather.
Yeah.
not bad. Yeah. Mahogany, rich mahogany. You're gonna stay with me forever, and everybody that comes on here stays with me forever. But like, we experienced this thing together. It's recorded. It's saved in history, and like, I have no problem saying I'll kiss you on the mouth if I see you in person. I love you, what you're doing with your life, and I love your perspective on life, because that is a perspective that only comes through perseverance, and you've done that, and you've bit the bullet, and you ate your shit. Humility, like you said, ego. Jimmy, tell us a little something about ego. How I know you struggled.
Well, just like putting yourself first, and like that whole grandiosity, like dig me, fuck that. And yeah, I'm involved heavily with recovery, like with this and all the treatment, the corrections and 3 different facilities. But I don't ask for anything in goddamn return. It's non-transactional. But before, what do I get out of it? It's like, okay, right? And I remember like having the conversation early in recovery with my sponsor, and I said, "When did you really understand it?" And he goes, 4 years. And I looked at him and I went, "Fuck,
I can't."
And I'm like, he goes, "But you are doing so much. Like, you take your recovery so seriously." And when I first came into the program, like Dustin, I came into AA 20 years ago, and I was cured in 3 months. I was my own sponsor, and I cured myself, right? And I was that dry drunk for 20 years. Then 5 years ago, I was at death's door. I lost my wife to addiction 12 years ago. But it took that realization, that rock bottom, saying, I'm fucking sick and tired of this shit. I don't want to die, but I don't want to live. And I got to find out who the hell Jim really is. And it took going to treatment, understanding the disease of addiction. I'm just an alcoholic, but addiction is addiction in my books. Finding a sponsor, working it, and be finding out, hey, you don't have to be an asshole, and find out what is Jim's purpose. And honestly, I love doing what I'm doing here. I find, and I'm not doing, hey, look how many people I cured, or how many people I saved. Hey, Will, no. If I can save, it's not a chalk numbers on the wall.
Right.
It's all about, it's part of my recovery. It's my duty, because really, this was not available 20 years ago. It was go to a meeting. And unfortunately, the meeting I went to that I was forced to go to, it sucked balls. And I was so turned off. Like, you're so fortunate to have such a supportive group, like you're saying, your two friends and a sponsor. That is awesome. I've seen some groups will say, well, you shouldn't be doing a podcast. You're breaking your anonymity, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, up yours. This is what I recover. I suffered in goddamn silence. I recover out loud because people need to hear this, because it's getting worse every single day. Like, I live in Regina. I see it daily on my way to work, just walking my dog. I'll see people passed out in the park. And these people are just, they're wasting their lives. I go into the youth detention center, kids that are doing adult shit, stabbing people at age 13. And they're going to be going from there to corrections to PA, the National Federal Prison. And it's like, if that's what you want to do, fine. Not on me. But you have a chance. Like, life is so much, there's so much out there. And we talk about, like, where do you see yourself a month from now? Where do you see yourself a year from now? Like, you got to make those tiny, small steps. And when I first got into the program, it's like, okay, I'm cured and that's fine. I'm just not going to drink. No, it's about that total switch and like that 180, making a better life for myself. And from that, I have a better relationship with my kids.
Sounds like ego deflation at its best.
And I like myself, not an egotistical way. I like because I feel that I'm doing something that I would never do before, and living outside that comfort zone. It feels amazing. Yeah, early recovery sucked balls. I hated every single second of it because it just required work. And you know what?
Jimmy,
I love it.
Read our treatment centers for us.
Alrighty, kids, let's welcome to the party. We have Supreme Detox and Recovery, Liftoff Recovery, The Haven Recovery, Northern Illinois Recovery Center, Serenity Treatment Centers, Discovery Recovery, New Hope Rehab, Sunrise Detox, Paramount Wellness, Buffalo, shuffle off there, Lakewood, Lakewood Oxford House, Surfside Hang Ten, Sober Living, Paradise Sands Recovery Center, Hope Restored Recovery, The Haven Detox, Horizons Recovery Center, Maryville Rehabilitation, Prairie Sky Recovery Center, and Victory Homes. All right, keep shouting, boys.
Welcome to the party. So if you're in those chairs right now, it's what? It's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. You're 8 minutes over. You're thinking about getting meds at 11, and your skin doesn't fit. We've all been there. We've all been in the spot where our skin doesn't fit. My skin doesn't fit great today, but it fits better. Yeah, right. It fits better than it has, and I owe that to recovery. I owe that to stepping out in faith. Like, I knew I had to do something extraordinary, and I did that, and I've been ridiculed. I've been harassed. But like, that shit goes away. What stays is the recovery part of it, and we all connect on that level. We all know, if you spoke about relapse earlier, Dustin. We turn slips into falls way too much. It's too cliche to say I relapsed. Oh, I lose my day count and all that stuff. One day at a time is great, but developing a mindset where you can have goals for the future is a huge part of our growth as people and as addicts, I think. What do you think, Dustin?
Yeah, I think it's exactly like you hit it exactly. I think one thing that always surprised me about recovery community is, like, my whole life, if I didn't do something right, like in oil field, that you feel like you let people down, and you go in to say to them, I did something wrong, they're like, fuck. They're mad, right? When I went to my meetings, I probably told them, if not 20, 40 times, I don't know the number again. And every time I never saw one like, I wish you'd stop coming. I never didn't feel welcome. I never didn't feel anything. I felt this, like, after the meeting, like we have open meetings too. With, A and Al-Anon. And I just have, like, people coming up and, like, keep coming back, keep fighting. And that's how people want. It's just, if people see an honest effort out of you, Just
100%.
keep fighting it. You're worth it. It's worth it. It's like, that cliche stuff,
Yeah.
But it's so true. I used to hate that stuff, all the very
The
raw
sayings,
stuff.
and yeah, we know.
Don't leave before the
It's
miracle happens.
It's a
Yeah.
miracle.
Yeah, but and then you see it, and you're just like, I catch myself from saying it, like, don't give up. I'm like, God, I'm that guy now. But
Right? Good on you. I
I
love that guy now. That he's my favorite one.
Yeah.
These sayings you see all over. We were just messing around with this the other day. They're on the walls when you walk into AA. You walk into a church basement and you're looking at shit, and there's all these little slogans everywhere, and they piss you off at first.
Oh.
That's the first thing that happens, because it's the first thing you can do in an AA room is read these fucking things. So you read these things, and inspirational stuff does not sound good when you're not in a good spot. It sounds insurmountable. It sounds unattainable.
Yeah.
But these things are cliches for a reason. What's your favorite one, Dustin?
My favorite what? There's cliches.
Yeah.
Man,
One day at a
gotta be
time.
One day at a time, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
us too.
it's such an easy way. It's like, I used to go to bed pissed off, angry, and wake up the next day and still be it. And I don't have that anymore. I could have a bad day, but I don't turn it into a bad, like you said, the falls. Like,
Yep.
I mean, if you had that, you slipped or something. I mean, just get back on. Be like,
100%.
Get back on the horse.
stop feeling sorry for yourself. Quit drinking. Go
Yeah.
do the things. Like
Yeah.
it's
I
not worth
think
it to keep falling.
I think it should be a societal rule that sober livings, if you're a part of their program and you relapse, they have to hold your bed while you go back to treatment. If you go to treatment, they hold your bed. I knew a guy that did that. I keep saying it, but I keep coming back to it because I've been in sober livings, and I relapsed, and I couldn't tell anybody. It's my secret. I got to take to my grave, because if I tell them, I can't sleep here tonight. It sucks. Everything fucking falls apart.
Yeah.
So we catastrophize it, and we turn this little thing into something that's big. So one bad decision, one relapse does not have to turn into a full-blown rock bottom disaster. It can be arrested. I wish I did, but then again, I'm glad I didn't, because I've experienced what I've experienced. But I have to tell people not to do what I did, because what I did is 92.3% unsurvivable. So we have this duty, and Mark Condon is. I've never seen such a big fucking thing in my life. So we're not going to do all that.
No.
But there's a lot of stuff going on while the show's going on. There's people in our chat.
Hey, what's your favorite one, Timmy?
My favorite one, well, it's behind me. It's Jenny from the Block right there.
Oh my!
My favorite one
What does
is it says Jenny from the Block. It's Brad's sister. My favorite one is Live and Let Live. That's my favorite one, because like it applies. You know what I mean? Like we try to tell people what to do all the time, but like we can only tell them what we did and let them do their thing. You lead a horse to water, that whole thing, and
Jimmy.
And Jimmy, right? Will, what's your favorite?
Mine?
Yeah.
Your first thought is not yours, but your second is?
That's not a sign. That's a good saying, but it's not a fucking slogan
Mine,
sign.
you know what? It's one that you
Come on, somebody.
Come on, that'll be a
Thank
good
you.
sign.
It's right there. I did
Come
it.
on,
I made
somebody.
it.
One
Right
of my
there.
other favorite ones is "Don't leave before the miracle happens."
Don't leave before the miracle happens. I want to punch. I want to punch you in the face when I hear that. I want to literally physically hurt you when
I'll
I hear
show
you
you
say
the miracle. You taste the rainbow.
Ooh, oh
So-
my!
There is a reason why we're going to get canceled. Yeah, we have so everybody in the chat, they all come together on Wednesdays and Sundays, and they all just talk during the show. And I didn't even realize that if I don't put their comment up, it's still read by everybody else in the chat. So I was like putting every fucking comment up, trying to follow her, but like they're all living their own thing, and they're doing us.
And that's fine.
You know, there's several people that have us on a flat screen right now and their phone in their hand, and they're enjoying themselves, and they're critiquing every little stupid thing about my background. And as a 44-year-old man with toys. Why? Because I like things that remind me of who I am. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do or how you do it, as long as it's recovery in the end and a mindset that if you pick up, you're safe. If you pick up, it's not an excuse to pick up, but if you do, it is an excuse to not pick up a second time, and we say it all the time. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
Dustin, you are I'm a fan of you, and you celebrate 9 years on Wednesday.
8.
8 years on Wednesday.
Will knows. Will remember.
I got a lot of numbers going on here tonight.
Thanks, Will.
So you're 9 years on Wednesday. Wednesday's the 29th, right?
Yeah.
So like you came on a thing where you're recorded and you're saved in history. You're talking trash now, and you did that 3 years before your 9-year anniversary. Now I know we don't make a big deal out of our own stuff, but we love making a big deal out of our people's shit. And you're hitting 9 years. That is the coolest shit I've. 8 years? I thought
Where
it was
about 9 years for? Where did we get that from?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can tell he's messing with me after the Justin thing. I'm like, this guy's just gonna fuck with me the whole time.
He's
I'm sorry. Yeah, so 8 years.
Dustin B.
8 years on Wednesday. So you come on. You've done something outside your comfort zone. Outside, you kind of twisted your arm, but you came on and you made it an impression on a whole bunch of people, and that's such a profound thing to me. Even it happens twice a week for us, but it still hits me that is a profound thing, and it is it's a responsibility we take seriously, and I know you do too.
Yeah, I do. It's like I said, I can't take any credit for most of it. It's mostly like, honestly, this is gonna be the one, that people who are struggling with the program and stuff. And my higher power is the reason I'm here. It's why 100%. I'm here. My sponsor and my AA group, I owe everything to that. And I can't take any credit.
Brad vouched for you, and if Brad vouches for somebody, we take it. We don't even. Yep, it's fine. Brad is. You obviously know Brad and have the same relationship with him, like we all do. And he's like our mascot, our bulldog, but he's also like our sweetest, gentlest guy, and we love him. And he's going through shit. Him and Cherry, and we're there. We're gonna go through it with him, and that's life. Life fucking sucks, but we don't have to make it fucking worse.
No, it doesn't.
There's some comments.
That guy makes sobriety look fun. Like
he does.
Right? It really is.
Man, does he ever? Like I remember telling him, I'm just like, he made me, and this is what I love about the program. I might have more years than him, but like I'll look at him and I'll be like, man, you have so many things that I desire to have and want to get, and like it's just if I hang around you, just stick by you close enough, they'll rub off on me, and that's why we went golfing another time. I don't like golfing that much. Usually after hole 10, I'm annoyed. We golfed with
me too.
Sober guys, and I wanted to go 36 holes. We just the fun. Like you want to talk about the fun and sobriety. That's all it was.
Yeah.
It was just, and then a little bit of uplifting positivity and a little bit of sobriety. I used to, that bullshit.
I know but he's not. You can't fake it, right? We know we're trying to find what's wrong with anything that happens. So if he came on here and was like rah recovery and it was fake, we'd all know it. But like Brad, we're all doing this because we need this at this time in our life, and we just accept that. And there's Brad and Steve doing their thing out on the links yesterday. So Steve's
a beauty.
We have family. These guys are family to us. I am in Georgia, in the United States. I don't know why I'm in Georgia. I ended up in Georgia. I'm from Philadelphia, New Jersey area. I'm in Georgia. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I'm here. But I know I'm supposed to be here, and that is a very comforting thing that I've never had. I was always homesick for a home I didn't have, but now I'm comfortable in my own skin, and it takes effort, Dustin, to be comfortable in Tim's skin, right? Because Tim's skin don't fit right. But it takes effort, it takes medication, it takes therapy, it takes a podcast, it takes accountability, and it tells for me, moving, and it changed my life. So I was able to do this and meet you tonight, and you stick with Talking Trash forever. We love you. Like we're so we love AA so much that we can't say that we love AA. You know what I mean? But we also hate AA for fucking 10 different reasons. We are right in the middle. We're just taking everything because that's what it takes these days.
Right up the middle.
Not to overdose on a pressed pill. And Will is an absolute pervert, but we love him. and he's fun to have around.
Sorry, I just think yeah.
We know, Bubby.
No excuse.
It's not.
Bubby,
It's nice.
it's okay, Bubby.
I'm glad the crickets aren't out tonight.
I know. I told him to go to sleep tonight.
We
Good for you.
couple announcements. Dustin B, I just want to thank you for coming on our show
Thanks, guys.
and making the impact that
Thank
you
you.
have. I hope that you stay with us and keep in touch.
Yes.
But everybody, send your love out to Dustin B. This is the time where I kick you out of the studio because I don't know what else to do. But he's gone. All right, Dustin. He was good. I don't know what I expected, but I expected.
What you for expecting?
I expected
Oh,
something.
what were you expecting?
I don't know, good or bad, something was going to happen. And
Do you remember those frogs on the Budweiser commercial that used to go Bud?
Yeah. You remember in 1996 there was a screensaver on the internet at that time, and it was the three
laser.
frogs. Yeah, and it would just be your desktop background, three frogs, Budweiser, and it was like amazing in 1996. I was like, oh my God, Budweiser, let me get a beer. This is the part of the show where you guys talk. What do you think of Dustin? Will?
Absolutely fabulous. I love that he works at a Ford dealership.
Me too. I don't love it.
You just want to get a discount on parts and service.
I'm serious.
It's like, can you phone the dealership and
Will's not allowed in
Henrietta or wherever? Yeah, but he can.
Henrietta, that sounds like a.
See, he's
wherever the hell
cool.
you are.
I don't need no discount.
Marietta. You were thinking Marietta.
I'm Marietta.
Marietta.
No, that's where I'm from.
Will's at 2495 Northeast Pleasant Road in Gainesville, Georgia.
Middle of freaking nowhere.
No, trust me, I'm not scared. 'Cause no one knows how to.
I know where it is.
Middle of nowhere. You want to talk middle of nowhere? How about Caden's Silver Living House?
That's a nice place, man.
The house is nice. I was just looking from Street View, and it's just there's house, and then there's just flat Earth behind it. I'm like,
that's called Regina.
I'm like, ew, Regina. I don't like it. I know
river behind me.
Will's on a river, but yeah, I mean, just every time we come on this show, it is something different. It is a different experience, and that's a plethora of support. We're hope dealers. We're not dope dealers anymore. We are hope dealers.
We're hope dealers.
We are in the business of sharing hope, and
hey, we deal in sunshine and hope
and rainbows and
chew tobacco, spit. There you go.
Bethany Basler and her shit. Rock Bottom Revival. Bethany Basler. Check them out. I'm gonna. She doesn't know it yet. She doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna help them. If I say something publicly that holds me to account. Okay. Actually, I already have all shit made for her. We can just, I want to help people. All right, our upcoming guest.
I'll send you my list.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Will. Our upcoming guests before we do. Mark on Wednesday, Tommy on the 2nd. Tommy is in
next
Tommy.
Tommy in the house.
Nah, you better shut your
mouth. Surprised you let me use his last name.
I know, right?
Tommy is doing good. I could have gone either way, but like this dude is right now. He's at in New York City watching his favorite band at Madison Square Garden. Dude's living the life. Good on him. Tommy Wilkes. Nick Robinson is going to join us again. He was just on, but he's one of those. Blair Stepp, our guy, celebrates what 3 years, right, Jimmy?
That's correct. Yep.
He'll
stepping back up.
Stepping up, step by step. He'll Phyllis Claver. She's a good friend of the show. Years clean, but lost her son to an overdose a couple of years ago. Larry Foster, returning guest, and Liz McKeon, both coming back on.
Come on,
that's our girl.
I miss her.
I know you do. We'll see her. We'll see her once a month. We'll see Larry once a month. Very exciting that people want to donate their time to us. And then Tina fucking C, ladies and gentlemen. Tina C is celebrating 10 years on August 15th.
A 10.
That's a bigger because we celebrated 8 with her, we celebrated 9 with her, and now we're gonna celebrate 10 with her, which is fucking awesome. That is a decade for Tina C. She's always there, always in the background. You know she's there. If I'm out of my lane, she'll tell me. I require her to do that. That is her job, and she does it well. And hasn't had to tell me much lately. But she's great. So Tina C, we'll have her on we'll celebrate her 10 years 15 days late. But that's how we roll. Other than that, I guess that's it for us. Let's see
Dizzle
here.
my nizzle.
We're gonna dizzle it. We're gonna dizzle it.
That's what we're gonna make.
Oh my.
The show 226. Yep. So if you want to be on Talking Trash, send Jimmy an email. Hi, Brad.
Give me your stats.
Jim
your
at
age, your
trash
sex, your location.
podcast.com.
That's me.
And a pic where you're not backlit. If you feel like killing yourself, 988 is a resource for those in a crisis situation. It comes in handy when you got write that on your rock bottom wall. Narcan saves people's lives. You put it in their nose when they're dead, and they don't die anymore.
Pick an orifice.
Let's see what else. Pick an orifice is right, or this. Come on, somebody. That sounds like fun. What is that? I don't know if I approve. What is it? Where are you getting sound effects from,
That's
Jimmy?
George Takaki.
Oh, it is.
My.
He is gayer than a $3 bill. George Takaki. Sulu. I'm all for it. All right,
Beam me up, Scotty.
Let's go. I don't know what comes in, but I couldn't care less.
In closing here on Talkin' Trash Podcast, we read an NA traditional reading called Just for Today.
For my stairs, walk away from the pain I've been through. This feeling I'm feeling is brand new. This the moment I break. Fresh go.
This is the moment I break through. All right, today's Just for Today
Surrender.
Unconditional surrender. Very exciting.
Somebody.
Let's see what happens. Okay, well,
Okay, unconditional surrender. Okay, hold on. Okay, just for today, yeah. Help for addicts begun only when we are able to admit complete defeat. This can be frightening, but it's in the foundation on which we have built our lives. Oh, basic text page 22. Most of us have tried everything we can think of, exerted every ounce of force possible to fill the spiritual hole inside us. I get you now. Nothing. Not drugs.
God in heaven.
Not control and management. Not sex, money, property, power. I mean, it's hard to put property in it. But if we're really good meth, shut up. That's filled it. We are powerless. Our lives are unmanageable, at least by ourselves alone, or denial will not change that fact. So we surrender. We ask a higher power to care for our will and our lives. Sometimes it's surrendering. We don't know that a power greater than ourselves exists, which can restore us to wholeness. Sometimes we're not sure that the God of our understanding will care for our unmanageable lives. Our lack of certainty does not affect time essential truth. We are powerless. Our lives are unmanageable. We must surrender. Only by doing so we can, open ourselves wide. Wide enough for our old ideas and past wreckage to be cleared. Wide enough for a higher power to enter.
I didn't edit any of that. That's real shit.
I will surrender unconditionally. I can make it soft or as hard as I choose. Either way, I will do it. You can
Ridiculous.
do it.
I don't know what pervert wrote that fucking thing today, but that's ridiculous.
I think
Oh
it was
my.
Jim.
God, probably Jim. Knowing him.
Sound like Uncle Jimmy.
The last one.
George Takei. Beam me up, Scotty. Am I right?
beam me.
Am I
No,
right?
you've already been beamed.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, Talking Trash is brought to you by Prairie Sky Recovery Center and Waffle House. Now we're not brought to you by anything. That's what makes us cool.
No.
Yeah, brought to you by Timmy.
Always brought to you by me. This show is my canvas. I am Van Gogh.
He's painting all over it.
I'm gonna
He's
outline
I
him.
hope that's paint.
Ew. It's funny all the ladies still listen to us, even being as ridiculous as we are. Our website is a very useful tool for anybody who, I don't know, if you're in the chat
Looking for
right now,
tools.
go
Hey.
open Google Chrome or whatever and bookmark this so it's the thing. So when you pull it
That's
up on your
Alabama
phone,
Chrome to you.
boom. Our website is so intuitive. I don't know who made it, but it is gorgeous.
Mad.
Very
It's a-
helpful,
it's a
actually.
miracle.
Not many people have good websites. We do, and like I said, you pull it up, and everything is right there. Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and then our shows, each recent show. Very
Man, I
nice.
wish I had it that good that I had a cell phone to show y'all, but I'm on my cell phone.
Well, that's a thing, Will. We
Okay.
are going to, at some point, if we continue, everybody's going to be on MacBooks with a phone in their hand,
Hey,
being
Daddy.
completely unoriginal like me and Jimmy are. I know. It's a lot going on out there, and it's hard to sift through the noise, and we are very noisy, and we know that.
Just
But we
a little.
try very hard to respect everybody and be serious when it needs to be serious, because we've all seen it. Will, what do you have to? What advice do you have to Caden Meston in Regina, Saskatchewan, trying to put his life together in a sober living, in the midst of it? What do you have to say to Caden other than don't be a dick?
Find a good support group if you're in sober living.
Find a good support group if you're in sober living.
Either than sober living. People.
100%. So, Will, you're not an AA guy. You're not a huge, but like,
I know.
you can-
I mean, come on, you know, but
I know you can
we
attest.
all
to
know. We all know the
we all
routine.
know. So you can attest to the actual benefit of having like-minded support and friends around you.
Absolutely, because I mean that is the one. I mean, like besides you guys, but I mean personal interaction. You know, like I used to have that person I could call every single day just to bullshit.
Yep.
And like I really don't anymore. I mean, that is the one downside. I mean, I have my neighbor, whatever that, and whatever around here, but still, it's like that one person you can call and tell anything to or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like it's
We're in
you
a
need
society that's never been more connected, and we've never been so disconnected. You know what I mean?
Come on.
And it's
Yep.
kind of like for me, I had to do this to be connected because I'm in a
I mean, I'm more connected with the animals than I am with anybody else.
I know you are. I know.
I'm
We
not showing up to my place.
we gotta unpack that a little bit, but like.
Nah,
I'm so glad, like Will. I'm so glad you're sitting here on our show, on the show right now, your show that you helped build, because you've earned your seat here, and people fucking respect your dumbass. I don't know why, but they do, and it's shocking
Because
to
my
me. But
dumbass has been
Shocked I am.
done a bunch
It's-
of dumbass shit.
it's true indeed, right? And you are, if anybody's what's the word? Required, not required. If anybody is
Qualified?
qualified. If anybody's
Let
qualified
me
to do
tell
this,
you, I have
Will,
done it.
you
Been
are.
through it all.
Yes, you
Yep.
have.
And the crazier, more likely I've been done. Yes.
I
You
This
saw
happened to me. The most
I
fucked
saw
up
that.
shit.
It just sounds like you have it in your mouth all the time. Thanks, Brian DeSantis.
What?
That was nice.
Oh my
of
I
you.
mean, is that what are you trying to imply something?
But it's kind of funny that this is what's going on my phone, my personal
Just
phone,
kidding.
right? Isn't it? It's like
Are you
fun.
sure?
Like these guys, these like Brian and Ox, right? There's two up there that I love.
Ox.
They follow us
Oops.
because
He
we're
sounds
kind of he's big. We're kind of like the same age. We've all kind of been through the same kind of shit. And these guys aren't addicts, and they follow the show because we kind of are listenable, you know. And there's so much there's so much shit out there, honestly, that like it becomes white noise. And I'm at a point. What do you guys think about this? I am taking notes on life, right? So I have a note thing going here, and I'm just typing. I'm making paragraphs, and they're random thoughts, but like that early
His
recovery
biography.
thing that I not really. I don't like my biography, but that early recovery thing that we were talking about, where like you are afraid to be honest, or if you were like cynical in early recovery. Like I have a couple questions I want to ask you guys before we roll. Did you
Yes.
ever feel happy when somebody relapsed? Did you ever take joy in fucking Dickie McVickerson relapsed?
I would say yes, only because the
Mhm.
reason I knew they'd finally actually get the help because we were in a certain predicament or a certain situation. When they did relapse, they would be put in a, not I don't want to say put, but I mean it was somebody if they didn't have a stronger care of
Right. I got you.
a course of care or whatever,
Connection, yep,
then they would actually
absolutely.
die. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
it was just, I mean, and the only reason why they got caught for relapse was because they OD'd. You know what I'm saying? So like it was, I'm happy because if they hadn't got caught, they wouldn't have lived. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. I get that aspect
Because
of
they
it.
when they got caught relapsing, they were overdosing. So
So that's a very intuitive way to look at it for sure. I'm talking more about dickhead Tim Snyder sitting in a room at 6 months. I'm talking more like
50-50.
yeah, not taking joy that they're going to get help, but taking joy that they failed. And I remember being like that, and
Mhm.
I didn't know that that's what I was being until now. now I look back and I have this perspective through his sobriety, and I look back and I think, man, I would never, I wouldn't wish a relapse on my brother-in-law. I wouldn't wish my brother-in-law to relapse because actually him, I don't know. But either way, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy these days. That's my point. And like, we grow as we go. You know what I mean? That is my motto. We're growing every day. Each show is grown from the last one, and it's set up that way. And you guys are fucking huge part of that, and all these fucking people. There are hundreds of comments. I can't get to them all. You're not fat. You're big bone. You don't do that.
It runs in the family. Nobody runs in your family.
This takes
that's
it.
from what's
Steve
what was
Harvey or
that movie
something.
called?
All right. Not being able to remember movies isn't great podcasting. All right.
No.
Did you ever play a part in somebody's relapse?
Ooh.
Like inadvertently? Like,
not knowingly or unknowingly.
Either way, in retrospect, looking back.
Yes,
Yeah.
unknowingly, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But if I knew somebody was clean and I knew they were, but they wanted to get high, I'm like, you go get high somewhere else first. Then you can come back to me.
Right. We flip.
I'm like, I'm not going to be the one that turns out. I mean, like, because I mean, I would expect the same. I mean, even though I'd fucking be pissed, but I mean, like, I would expect, I mean, because I mean, let me tell you what, I was clean for 3 years, and somebody that I used to use with, like, I went and picked them up, and I just randomly said, let's go get some dope, and they're like, okay, let's go. I'm like, dude, motherfucker. I'm like, dude, please, like, try. I mean, make an effort somewhat.
Yeah, some kind of effort.
Me. I mean,
bullshit me.
Motherfucker said, let's go. They're waiting for us. I was like, oh. I was like, I mean, okay, let's go.
I've been there. Yeah, for like anybody you used it with, you played a part in their addiction. But I'm thinking more like I'm thinking of a specific instance.
Oh, like,
where,
hey, here's some dopes because I need some money. So here, let me make some.
Or maybe you hurt somebody and that caused a relapse. Not that it caused it, but it was part of that narrative.
I mean, if you're that powerful to have that much power over somebody.
Well, wait, actually, I'm going to stop you there. I think we are that powerful to have that kind of impact on people. I think it's important that we realize that because your words can cause somebody to relapse.
Yeah.
Or,
no, I mean, it can.
You know what I mean? Like
it can play a part.
Right. Exactly. So if you say, I don't know, I hate Indian people or whatever, or gay people or whatever, that may spurn somebody. That's a terrible example, but that may spurn somebody's relapse. I don't know, because I'm looking at you. You're gay. So like,
Jimmy,
you
Indian?
you do have to be careful. I asked for advice on a gay thing the other day on the group chat, and Jimmy answered, and I was like, I'm asking the not closet homosexual to answer. That's just how we treat each other. We're just assholes to each other, but we also love each other. So I thought this was fucking phenomenal. He was a good sport about this. Fucking his name up. That was funny. I don't know. I don't know why.
What was the question?
Did you ever play a part in somebody's relapse?
Okay, no.
All right. I think that's about it. Did you ever secretly cheer when a person goes out? And I know I have. And I know
they're a dick. Like, I mean, that person.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this motherfucker, here he comes. Like, the only reason they're here at the meeting is so they can get attention.
Yeah, agreed. You're right. And I was that person for a minute. And I think all of us go through these stages. Bye, Jimmy. I don't know why Jimmy left, but he's gone. We go through this stuff, and the lessons that we learn, we are required to pass on because we can only keep what we have by giving it away. All right, Will. You think we should get rid of Jimmy? I think we should move on. Maybe put him out to pasture.
What are you talking about?
Upgrade.
My name's Bennett, I ain't in it.
Oh, we're still live. No, I'm just kidding. All right, hour and a half. Good show, everybody. Jimmy's phone died, of course. He's something else. I'll tell you what. All right, everybody. Thank you for your support and all you do for us and the podcast and the worth of your sobriety. We're very grateful for everybody. So we will see you on Wednesday. Who is our guest on Wednesday? I have it.
I don't know.
It is Mark Condon. Condom.
I'm going to say.
Whatever it is. He is our guest on Wednesday. Very exciting. He's a good dude. He's and
you're cutting out.
And I know it's because fucking you play music. He cuts out. It's fucking piece of shit. Ding. Anyway, all right, we're done. Mark, we'll see you on Wednesday. Hang in there, buddy. Good job, everybody out there fighting and keeping her.